Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Old Time Rock and Roll. I'm your host, David Tare, where I've been featuring my personal top 3,000 songs of the rock era from 1954 to 1999. And today I'm up to song number 2557, and that one is Rock of Ages by Def Leppard. This came out in 1983. I think it was one of their earliest hits. Went to number 16 on Billboard, and it was also released on their 1983 album called Pyromania. Here's a picture of the album cover. Looks pretty intense. They were a heavy metal band, so I guess a lot of heavy metal bands are into pyromania and stuff like this. They're very flashy. So is Def Leppard. Here's a picture of Def Leppard, I think around the time they recorded this song. Pretty big band. I already featured one of their songs. I featured, I think it was, what was it? Love Bites. That was their only number one hit. That was number 2761 on my list, and that one came out in 1989, quite a bit later than this one. They were around for a long time. They were a very successful heavy metal band, and I have several other songs on by them on my list coming up. So any Def Leppard fans will be happy to know about that. I just want to talk about this song, Rock of Ages. Not a whole lot to say about it. I think the title's interesting because Rock of Ages was actually a very old Christian hymn. I think it was written in the 18th century. And I think it got translated into other cultures as well. I remember, I think on Passover, we used to sing this when I was a kid. Start out Rock of Ages, let us sing. I don't even remember the words, but it doesn't sound anything like Def Leppard's version. I think it's kind of clever. They took the title of an old Christian hymn and they turned it into a heavy metal song. And, I don't think that was a bad thing they did. And, it's an interesting song. I mean, it sounds sort of like a typical heavy metal song. Also, the fact that they used the word rock in the title is pretty clever, too, I think, because it is a rock and roll song or a rock song or hard rock, whatever you want to call it. And it also starts with some fake German. Guten, Gleben, Gleimen, Glossen, or something like that. Globen, I think. And I never knew what that meant before. I just looked it up today. It is fake German. And I think the member who wrote this song, I can't remember his name, I think he was German himself, and I think he was kind of influenced by some of the German he knew. Like maybe he just thought it'd be clever to put some fake German at the beginning. I'm not sure why. But, it's an okay song. Not one of my favorites by Def Leppard, and they're not really one of my favorite bands either. They had a few catchy heavy metal songs, including this one, which is why I put it on my list. Anyway, I think that's pretty much all I have to say about Rock of Ages by Def Leppard. Thank you for watching. You guys rock, and I'll see you next time. Bye.